Hey Katie, so last time we met, we did your intake and your assessment, things like that. And one of the reasons that you stated coming in was a breakup. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that breakup and what happened, how you were feeling?
Right. So my partner and I we were only dating for like 6 months, but I feel like I've just been taking this breakup really hard. Basically, she said that I am not good at communicating, and I didn't know that was a thing about myself until she brought it up with me. Um, but yeah, apparently I've just not really been good about communicating my feelings, and um, she broke up with me because specifically because um, I didn't communicate that I don't like the way she dresses. And so she broke up with me because she found out that I don't like the way she dresses, and I haven't been forthcoming about that since we started dating. Um, so I've just been dealing with it really hard. I mean, I know it was a short relationship, but it was important to me, and now I don't know. I'm having trouble with my day to day life and kind of just, you know, doesn't make me want to communicate with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, you keep saying that the relationship wasn't really long, but 6 months is a long time. That's a pretty chunky length of time.
Yeah.
Um, that a lot can happen and there's a lot of emotions involved with relationships. So I think, even that being said is a testament to your communication lasting 6 months. What do you think about your communication style?
I mean, I haven't really ever thought I had a problem with it. I feel like in my job I'm pretty communicative. I do nails for a living, so I have to be able to communicate. So I'm not sure if I have been communicative. I feel as though in the relationship it wasn't easy to communicate. Um, she never really asked me about myself or my opinions on anything, and so this just happened to come up randomly. And I don't know, but I just have been feeling so down about it, and I notice it's affecting my friendships, and just doesn't really make me want to open up anymore.
Yeah. So it sounds like, you mentioned that she didn't really ask you about your day or about yourself at all.
I'm so
Okay. Sounds like she didn't really ask you about your day or how you were doing, so that could be a barrier for communication. Sometimes it's really hard to communicate with people when you don't really feel like they want to hear what you have to say.
sorry. Yeah.
Um, Definitely. So how do you think this is impacting, your day-to-day life and your friends, like you mentioned?
Well, I just have a hard time. Like, my friends will ask me how my day is going, and I kind of just don't really want to tell them. And I just feel as though I was communicative, and now I'm just not really being communicative. I just don't really feel the point if I'm not viewed that
Yeah. Sometimes when people, say stuff to you, we kind of get this thing in our head, we're bad communicators, right? It's really, really easy to focus on that. Um, but it sounds like you do have friends and you do have people that you can reach out to, um, which is amazing, amazing. You mentioned a little bit before that there were some other problems in the relationship, but ultimately the reason you broke up was your lack of communication. Um, do you think that's really the reason that you broke up?
way. I'm not sure. I feel like now that the relationship is over, I've taken my rose-colored glasses off, and I've seen a lot more of these like red flags that were coming up. Like just her lack of communication, and her not really truly caring about my work and what I do, and just like really anything about me. It felt like she was more with me to just be with me, and be able to say that she had a girlfriend. But I feel as though I've just really taken that communication to heart, and I just don't really want it. It makes me not really want to have any friends, and I don't really like to leave my house anymore. I just like to stay home all day, and my friends call me, what are you doing today? And kind of just am like, I don't know, just this and that. I just really feel like I've pulled away from my friends a lot since this whole communication thing. It's really taken a toll on me.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said earlier, communication, it seems like your partner was the person that had a problem with it. But did you have any problems from, friends or family that maybe mentioned this communication problem, or was it just the relationship?
I mean, I know what towards the beginning of our relationship, my mom did say that she wasn't a huge fan of her and she didn't like the way she treated me. But I feel like when you're so new in a relationship, it's like, no, it's no big deal.
Right.
And like I said, I kind of ignored some of those red flags. But after talking to my mom after we'd broken up, she said that she just really wasn't that nice person to me. So, I do feel like I don't know, I've just kind of been like really depressed and I know it's like it's only been a couple of days, but just kind of I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot of anxiety about getting into another relationship and even just like thinking about that or thinking about going out with my friends, how my friends view me, if they view me as being communicative about my feelings and how, I perceive them. It's definitely taken a toll on me.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so some of the things that you mentioned was your friends are reaching out and they're still wanting to be friends with you, and it doesn't seem that they're having any issue with you communicating. Um, so with that being said, what about, the bigger picture of your communication, right? So it looks like you have some good supporters. It looks like, in order to keep friends and family, communication is a really big thing. So it looks like you're communicating pretty well. Why don't you talk to me a little bit more about that?
I mean, I'm trying my best. I just feel like I care too much about how the world views me right now, and I definitely feel like I've taken an ego hit, and I don't know. I feel like I just kind of feel like, what's the point of like getting into another relationship or even working on the relationships I have now? Yeah, I mean, I guess like you said, it was 6 months was a while, and it wasn't like a year relationship or anything, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So it sounds like you're having a lot of trouble with uh, the motivation to keep up these friendships and these relationships because of that comment that was said by your ex partner.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So what are some things that maybe you've done in the past few days post breakup?
Um, well, the day that she broke up with me, I obviously went home and I had a rough day, and then the next day I kind of just, didn't really want to do anything. Some of my friends called me and heard about what had happened, and I guess I had a really good conversation um, with my mom, and that kind of helped me. So I mean, not much, but there's certain things that have helped, I guess.
Yeah. So it's definitely okay to be sad and to take some days off after a hard breakup. It's pretty normal. We all kind of do that. Um, but what are some of the things that really did help? You mentioned that conversation with your mom.
Yeah, I mean that helped, and um, you know, I really like baking. I'm
Baking.
really good at baking. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm really good at baking. So I just feel like when I'm baking, everything goes away, and so that kind of has really helped me like kind of just not think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you baking? Man, I love sweets.
Yeah.
So please tell me.
I'm cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Honestly, I made like 4 batches the other day, but when you're in pain,
if
it helped.
if baking is something that helps you, then that's something that I definitely would recommend.
Yeah.
Uh, Conversations with your mom seem to go well. Baking. Is there anything else that kind of helped you during this past few days?
I feel like I've always been a workhorse, so working has definitely helped. And some of my clients who knew I was in a relationship and have asked, and that's also kind of helped. But I only worked yesterday, and so I think working will help too. But as far as I don't have like a lot of hobbies outside of work, and other than I love baking.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's only been a couple of days, and yeah, so.
Sure. So do you think that, coming to therapy and having this therapy session is beneficial?
Yeah, definitely. I think it just helps to have somebody to talk to, and um, I feel like it would be really good to like maybe come up with some more hobbies or things I could try to get my mind off of it, and um, I just feel like I would really like to work on like maybe if I need better communication skills or just working on boosting that a little bit more, my confidence and my conversational skills. Yeah. Um, yeah.
Definitely. So we can definitely work on some of those things of maybe trying new hobbies or finding things that we enjoy doing, other than that baking. Um, and if you really think communication is a problem for you, we can work on that too. Maybe you'll find it's not a problem. Maybe you'll find that it is. But it's definitely something we can work on. So it looks like that's the end of our session today. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Now I think I'll save it all for next session, but this has really helped. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Katie.